Hello and Happy New Year! I filmed a not so exciting look during in the new year, but I think this might be helpful for people who are in high school or just started a job and want more confidence, because this is more so like an updated no makeup look, but it's also like a dewy winter skin look. So if you are interested in either of those things and you would like to see how I did this very subtle, simple recreation of a video I made last year, then go ahead and keep watching. So awesome that everything except my face is breaking out right now. It's a new year. Give me a chance to live first. For moisturizer, I have been using the e.l.f. Hello Hydration Face Cream, but I think I want to go for more of like a serum today. I think what I'm gonna do, because I've been using this Drunk Elephant Rise and Glow little canister that I got from Sephora. So basically, you mix these two together, put it on your face, neck, chest, wherever. It says to do 1 pump, but I usually do 2. This orange one reminds me of the Ulla Henriksen stuff. I think it might be going bad because I don't remember it being that color when it comes out of the bottle. It also smells like beef jerky now. That's a good sign, right? It's fine. So you can't really tell. I mean, you sort of can. Like, it just added a little bit of shine to my face, but it is pretty tacky and dried down. I do have this dry patch right here on the side of my nose and like almost in the corner of my eye. I'm gonna put like the tiniest bit of that e.l.f. Hello Hydration right there. And then to add even more of like a luminous essence to my face, I guess, I've been using the Tatcha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist, and I haven't been spraying it on my face. I've been spraying it into my hand, like 4 sprays, rubbing it into my hands, and then stamping it into my skin, like I just did with that skin stuff. It does say that you can use this before or after makeup application. I find that when I use it after I put makeup on, it just makes my skin look actually wet and not luminous, like it's just too much. And it just gets too oily and the makeup breaks down faster. It's not a good time. I do like it before applying my makeup though. If I knock one more thing over. I even tried to clean off this desk. I don't particularly like using full coverage dry matte foundations during the winter. It's just not my thing. I don't get along with it because my skin gets super dry and flaky and it's just so unappealing to look at, and I just don't care for the way it makes me look. It makes me look older, it sinks into my lines quicker. Just not a fan of full coverage foundation like any time of the year, to be honest. I do mix most of my foundations with moisturizers or primers. So I'm gonna just mix the e.l.f. Flawless Satin Foundation and the Soothing Face Primer together on the back of my hand. It's mixed together on the back of my hand, kind of like a souffle feeling. And I'm just gonna dip into it with my sponge. You can still see like blemishes and my freckles and stuff, but on this side it still looks like skin. It basically just evened out my skin tone. Then I am going to set my face very, very lightly. I'm gonna just set the parts of my face that really need it right now, like where it creases the fastest. Actually, on second thought, I'm not going to use concealer. That might sound terrifying to some of you, but I do have an idea, so don't freak out. I'm just gonna make sure the foundation under my eyes is no longer creasy. because even that just gave it coverage. Then I'm immediately wiping it away because I do not want to bake anything on my face today. But then I am going to take some of this Laura Mercier eye brightening powder. Sometimes this powder confuses me because it genuinely just feels like baking soda. I still use it, so. Then I am just going to take some Maybelline Fit Me powder in the shade 05. And I'm well aware that I look insane. It's fine. And then I'm going to take an actual powder brush and sweep that off. And like, it added the tiniest amount of coverage, but it didn't make it look, what's the word I'm looking for? Fake, I guess. Like, this just looks like normal skin. And I'm not even really powdering my face, more so as just using a powder brush and whatever is on it to set my face. Because really the thing that kills it for me when I watch no makeup videos is that when people go in super heavy with powder, like all over their face, and you can just see it. I do have my ring light turned on, but like, you really can't see traces of powder very much, in my opinion. Like, it doesn't look super cakey, it doesn't feel cakey or heavy. And even if it did, that is what setting spray is used for. And honestly, I'm scared to do like bronzer, but I'm going to, because as I remember, this bronzer is not super noticeable. This is the Milani Dolce Baked Bronzer. Here's this side compared to this side. Honestly, it looks like a lot on camera, but as I'm looking at it on my face, like, I can barely tell it's there. And per usual, I'm not swiping or scrubbing my face with my brush, I'm patting it in. And it is very easy to go overboard with bronzer, so if you do not feel comfortable letting yourself do bronzer, you don't have to. Totally a preference. Same with blush. If you don't want to wear blush, don't. It's completely fine. I personally love blush, and since I have like red tones in my skin, I can get away with wearing tons of blush even if I'm not wearing, or even if I'm trying to go for a no makeup look. So lucky me. I think the last time I did my no makeup video, I used the Luminoso blush, because honestly, this is my favorite blush in the whole world. For a natural blush, thinking the Hourglass Diffused Heat blush is gonna win, because it's the one that showed up the least amount on my skin and is not super shiny. I did go over it just now with a powder brush to kind of melt everything together and to sort of diffuse it a little bit. I don't think I've even ever used this, and I got this for Christmas like 2 years ago. Ow. And I know in my last video, if you guys have even watched it, if not, that's fine, I'll link it up below or something. But I said to, if you choose to use a highlight, then use one that is like the closest to your skin tone in a palette or a single, so it looks the most like your skin. Obviously, out of this one, I'm gonna pick this one down here. It is kind of a gold color, but it's fine. I am actually going to be using this giant brush because it's like one of the only things I have clean. Little light bulb. I'm going to be taking the Too Faced Gingerbread Extra Spicy palette, and I'm going to be taking the shade called Plenty of Dough, which is this color down here. And I'm just going to blend that through my crease and place it all over my eye. And what I'm doing is pretty much blending it out to nothing, but just giving my eyes a little bit more coverage. For my brows, I'm going to do it a little differently in this video. I am going to start by brushing my eyebrow hairs with a gel. While I'm waiting on those to dry, I'm going to do mascara. I think I'm going to use the Kush Fiber mascara. Now that my brow gel has been set in place, I'm just going to go in and like fill in little hair strokes as to not make my brows like super blocky or way too filled in to look natural. Okay, so this is the final look. You could definitely go further than this, but this is where I'm going to stop. I think this looks natural enough without it looking like I'm actually wearing makeup. I probably did go a little overboard on the highlight, but like you have to. I didn't put anything on my lips except for that Florence by Mills lip oil, just to hydrate my lips. I think the blush and the bronzer and the highlight all complement each other very well. I think it looks super natural and subtle. I could have used a lighter color on my eyelids, but I just wanted to give it a little more coverage and pigment just so this look wasn't boring. I've been wearing more natural looking brows lately, so I'm not mad at these. There's barely any product in them. You can still see holes in my brows, but it's fine. If you want to do your brows more like Instagram brows. My hip finally popped. Amazing. I'm gonna go before I knock anything else over. But if there is anything you would like to see me test or do, or any challenges that you might think I might be interested in, or you are interested in watching me do, then please feel free to leave those comments below. Also, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and click the bell to be notified when I post. And that's it for me today.